This way, what's the reason?
Well, my dad was born here and raised here.
And
or
what
not
is your
born,
name?
I shouldn't. Ted Nickram.
Okay.
But grandfather had a farm down south of town.
Uh-huh.
And then when he left the farm over there, he owned the farm, but he still had a hotel and livery stable here.
Sure. Have you lived here at all?
No, never lived here.
Where do you live?
I live in Balsam Lake, Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin.
Yeah,
And
Balsam
what's your
Lake.
occupation?
I'm now retired, but I worked for the highway department for 34 years.
Okay. That must be kind of a hot outfit you've got there.
Very much so.
I'd say so.
It's something like you get hot weather, it's something like a Finnish sauna.
But if you only have to do it once a year, it's not quite so bad.
Well, I do this in the month of July. I did this every weekend.
You did? What does your hat look like? Let me take a look at that here.
Well, let's see. We'll get this all put together here.
Okay. You're starting to look a little different already.
I visited with his wife a little bit, Dory.
Let's see.
Some of his relatives were, one was a circuit rider in the old days.
Yeah.
He had a buggy and he rode between different parishes.
Yeah, he was the circuit preacher.
Okay, now what's your name now become?
Well, let me get the rest of it out here.
Okay. Now with that, what would you have been if you had been living back in the olden days? Would you have been part of the law enforcement department or what?
Well, this goes back over there, way back when they started having the wars and they had all the longboats where they travel the country. And I understand it was just the chiefs that had helmets with horns on it.
I see.
Something like the Indian chiefs over there had the war bonnet.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay, now.
Well, it's now 12:07 on the 15th of August, 1987.
What was that?
I see you made it here as well.
I made it to here today. Good for you.
You came to see the parade, I take it.
Yes, I took.
And to eat a little bit of turkey.
Now, but you're taking that down, aren't you? Yeah.
It's all on
I might eat a lot of turkey.
Sure. Talking to him.
This is Eldora Lundy. I guess I've been around as long as anyone has as far as turkey barbecue. I was born in Ulen, so I have a real interest in the town and the history of it.
And you sort of organize these programs that go on Friday evenings?
Well, it's called volunteering, but I was actually forced into this.
Sure.
And now my daughter is helping me with it, so we're second generation.
And that's Carol?
That's Carol, and we have what we used to call it the talent show, and now we call it a variety show, but it consists of people who just step forward and say, we'd like to be on your program.
How many did you have on the program last night, for instance?
We had 12 acts last night, and they were a variety of mostly music, but we had a dance act and some comedy. And we try to, it's hard to get, other than music, it's hard to get a variety.
Most everybody from Ulen here, or were there?
Oh, there were people from all around. There are a lot of people in town, you realize, that are visiting, and so we have people from all over. But,
sure. How many years have you been doing that?
Oh, I would say roughly 18 years that we've been running the talent show.
Sure.
And a time or two we've had a single group of entertainers, but usually this works the best, and they don't get anything for it. It's not a contest. They simply have the opportunity to eat turkey with us on a Saturday.
Okay.
So
people are set up, ready to watch the parade. It's 12:40 right now.
up or something?
Is that for hitting or walking?
Loaded is not that.
Where's my candy?
I just got bandage. Want bandage?
Retarded a little bit there. Popping off pretty cold.
Well, if it was embarrassed, one parade, the mules ran away with it, dumped them off. Short hitch.
Don't see them too often,
No.
do you?
I see you got your working togs on. You got your working togs on. This is my brother from Montana. He has to come up here. Yeah. Check out your whole thing here.
How are the turkeys coming there, Paul?
My grandson wants to know.
Oh,
When did you
about
like the boat?
quarter.
This one here is loose too, Paul.
The last one's on.
This morning?
Yeah.
Oh, after the rain.
Yeah, it wasn't raining this morning.
Oh, it was?
This operation.
There ain't no chief cook.
No chief cook.
No. Everybody does the same job.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not that big a eater, but
Yeah, we'll take a chance on it. I think there's plenty here.
okay.
I'll eat one more. You don't want me to earn 3, huh?
Hey!
This thing is sweating, dripping.
I'm getting old like you. Just pick mine up here, yeah. $8. Look like 8. I can't see.
I got some good guys working for me. I can go here.
Right now it's 4:23 in the afternoon on August 15th, 1987 at the Ulen Turkey Barbecue. I haven't gotten you with the camera yet.
Oh, pull my lens way out?
Yeah. And you're still over by where? Holly or?
Moorhead.
Moorhead. You're at Moorhead.
Yeah.
Okay. How many years have you lived there in Moorhead?
21 years.
21 years. Oh, yes. And are you working yet, or?
Yeah.
You're not retired yet?
I'm retired and working both.
Oh, you're both.
So, you're just out.
Our kids are
Remember the day?
I don't know, we never had one.
You know, maybe that was
So much younger than everybody else.
well, I don't know if I would have complained about that.
Everybody else going old.
She just didn't talk to me like she
I'm sure they had something. Boys, I understand plumbers are fighting.
That's Lester Stein.
And you're in Detroit, Larry?
I got this car, you know, this
Larry's retired.
trample bonnet. I didn't think
You're
that was
retired too?
No, by hell we can't stay here.
Oh, here you are.
And I didn't get to turn on. There's another light there. So, if I met him on the street, in fact, I looked at him and each other, but we have daughters. See any facial features that I could remember at all.
How are you?
She said, oh,
Yeah, you. Smiling sweet.
Next.
Oh, hi. Picture time. Thank you.
That's not nice.
Yeah, you take my
Where are we gonna sit, Dad? Where are we gonna sit?
See, you're in your usual spot there, Cletus.
Oh yeah. Gotta get working.
I see you there every year.
Yeah, gotta get the shade.
You've been playing with her all day and she drank your birthday.
The big horse too. That's not a pony. Huh. Oh wow.
Let's get the flag up.
Whose horse is that? Huh? Is that your horse? What is your name?
Brittany.
What's that?
Brittany.
Brittany. What's your last name, Brittany? Matson. I see. I'll bet you I know who your mother is maybe too.
Oh.
This is a class of 1970.
They've really worked on this, let me tell you. Where's Kenny Green? For those who keep hanging on to the old names, that's what we started in 1970 was the Spartans, and that's what we celebrate after 25 years. And Otto had come, Otto asked Gordy, he said, you know, how do you tell a Ulen Hitterdal High School student? And Gordy had said, you know, you can spot a student from Ulen Hitterdal, you can tell a student from Ulen Hitterdal School 10 miles away. 10 miles away. And John said, how in the world can you tell a student 10 miles away? Gordy said, that's not a problem at all. You get right next to him, though, you can't tell him a darn thing.
Well, it really doesn't seem like 25, 26 years have passed since the two schools got together. But I have noticed a number of changes. First of all, our classes, as in most rural schools, have gotten a little bit smaller, and that's presented a struggle to our school system. And in the last 10 years or so, we've had a number of changes in athletics. We have done some pairing with Hawley High School, and while we may have been a little bit hesitant to do so, the pairing for us and Hawley as well has been great.
So I'd like to welcome all alumni. I'm sure walking through these hallways have brought back many memories. I'm sure that meeting old classmates have meant renewed friendships.
And I know there's some other staff, too, and faculty that weren't on here. Just come up and stand up here. Come on. Let's see them all come up. There's faculty and staff. The one thing I've always found to be true about Ulen and Hitterdal, when the people are involved in teaching, they're also involved in the community. They just don't become strangers to the community. Come on up. You gotta come and stand. Come on. Come on. You're gonna get me? Yeah, they are gonna get me someday. Got some more coming here. Come on. Aren't you currently working here? Any more? Let's give him a hand. Everybody wants a picture now. It's time to do it.
All right, let's go for Hitterdal. We have one more, who is Ulen Hitterdal cheerleader. She is from the combination Ulen Hitterdal. This is my granddaughter, Tara. She is a daughter of Lori and Rodney. Just one moment. Tara's got some things that she wants to perform. She's going to do a thing too. Go ahead, Tara. Thank you. The girls' gym suits have Mona and Jerry Erickson of Hitterdal. Megan is the daughter of Becky and David Busby of Hitterdal. The girls will be in 7th grade this fall. Jenna Sikora models the gym suit worn today in the Ulen Hitterdal Fayette class. Jen will be in the 6th grade, and her parents are Sharon and Warren Sikora of Ulen. You can see the girls are very nervous about these ugly gym suits. Don't feel bad, they didn't like them when they wore them then either. Red and white Vikings. To blue and gold. I think he's stealing the show. They're getting shorter now. You want to No, you stopped that years ago, remember?
You know, I used to be. There's Boris out there, Lyle Hansen, Carl Sobert. Yeah, they're on. You know, I used to be the best dribbler on the Green Wave team, you know, back then. And now I dribble, but it's not on the floor.
And where is it you're at now? You're in Seattle. You've been there for quite a few years, haven't you?
About 30 years.
30 years. It doesn't seem that way to me, but then I'm old. Okay, when are you heading back to Seattle again?
Tuesday.
On Tuesday? I see. You're flying or driving?
No, we're flying.
Sure. That's a quick way to get there. Sure. Get some of you folks here.